the last lesson we did was SQL lesson 7. So we're actually gonna be moving on to the next one. So continue from here. Okay, so this brought us to SQL lesson 8, a short note on nulls. As promised in the last lesson, we're going to quickly talk about null values in SQL database. It is always good to reduce the possibility of null values in databases because they require special attention when constructing queries. Constraints: certain functions behave differently with null values, and when processing the request. So an alternative to null values in your database is to have data type appropriate default values like 0, for numerical data, empty strings for text data, etc. If your database needs to store incomplete data, then null values can be appropriate if the default values will skew later analysis, for example, when taking averages of numerical data. And there's a lot more to read about it. Here again, they give us an example. Select column, another column, from which table, where column is not null. And here the database says that we're working with database buildings and then employees. Here are the columns, building name, capacity, which is the same database we worked with earlier. Role names, buildings, years employed. And here we start with the exercise. So the first question says, find the name and the role of all employees who have not been assigned a building. Okay, so the employees that have no assigned buildings. And as we can see, these are going to be the ones that we need to be able to pull up. See, no assigned building, there's blanks. Okay, so moving on to what they're asking, and what we're going to write here is we're going to start with select from employees, which is what we have here. And then we're going to add another query part, to finish the query. So we're going to say where building is null. Okay, I stop playing with this. Okay, is and then null. So this is what, like I showed you guys earlier, semicolon. They just wanted the buildings engineered and artists, right? Which I showed you guys right here. See, so this is engineer, Janice, all that, and there were zeros there. So they don't even have the years that were employed either, nor the buildings that they're supposed to be in. Okay, and the next one, they want us find the names of the buildings that had no employees. So on this one, it's going to be a little longer, but we're going to go ahead and write it. So we're gonna go ahead and leave it as from buildings. Okay, everything's gonna change here. So let's start here, breaking it up. So we're gonna say select. We're using distinct. So select the distinct building name from buildings. I'm spelling something wrong here. All right, let's see. DISTINCT. Okay, distinct. And then again, we said building underscore name. That's one of the columns we want. And then we also want name to name and name from buildings. They want also this one. Okay. Okay. The name of the database is buildings. Okay. And then we're moving on to the next one. We're going to say left join. We're saying left join employees. Okay. So it's bringing us the building name and the name. We're doing the left join. Employees. And then we're saying on that on building. Equals to a building. Okay. That's what we're saying. And we're saying, because they said where they have no employees, where okay. So the question was find the names of the buildings that hold no employees. So we said select distinct building names. So those are the two, and then name, right? Because the question was that hold no employees. So, and then I'm building name with building. So building with building name pretty much had to be combined. That's where the inner that left join was done. And then whether building is new. So yep, that's pretty much goes over this lesson 8, my short note on nulls. And thank you guys again for coming in here and learning with me. We're both learning here. So bye for now, guys.